Pedro, you were a good friend. You were a decent swordsman.
Hey, how many buildings do you think he blew up with that? Oh wait, those are planes.
What? We ain't getting no advertisements anyway. We're not sure about the search engine regardless, so fuck the bullshit. But Pedro, you're a good friend, man. Not sure if you got the smash carrot before you went ahead and sent her on her way. Hoppity hop hop. But
you don't know how old she is.
She looks of age, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I appreciate your sacrifice. Suicide bomber or not, it was well done, sir. Well done. Get it? Well done.
The thing I can make like cat chow mein out of it.
I guess you can make cat chow mein out of them, but yet again, it's well done. Wow.
It's covered in orange sauce.
Jesus Christ, how's it going, guys? Your boy Salty Uchiha, right here at Kaneki, 2/3 of the Golden Triangle, Anime Late Night Podcast, yeah.
I'm sure Big Mom will eat it.
Big Mom pretty much eat anything. She's still stale at 48. And we're here to do One Piece Chapter 877.
No,
There's a
48 is fine.
What's up?
I said 48 is fine.
I guess. There's a hiatus next week. I called that shit. Like I said, we're not going to see the end of Whole Cake Island until probably the end of the year. Just saying. I know a lot of other guys in the One Piece community are like, nah, bro, we'll get the start of it. We'll at least get the Revan by December. Like, okay. We're not getting it until the end of the year, fellas. Just saying. But we'll see. We'll see how it's going. But we're on hiatus next week. What about you, sir? What'd you think of Chapter 877, man?
I think Pedro's power is very sexual. Okay, so first he covered you in sticky candy. Okay, that's cool. And then hold on. And then you have to keep licking the sticky stuff until it completely choke and suffocate you and completely cover you. It's sticky stuff from head to toe. Like, oh, come on, bro. And then Pedro's look at you with those face and that tongue, looking at lollipop like.
Will you send me that picture of one of my favorite chicks who's all slimed down?
Yeah.
The Asian chick. Yeah, send that to me. That's going in the video.
Oh,
okay. All right, so despite how
fucking Chopper, bro, he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much, because it kept it from transforming, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they can't move with it.
Interesting properties.
Brooks should still be able to move around with his soul.
But if he can't move his body, then it doesn't mean anything. He could at
least communicate with Luffy and the rest on how to break them out. So,
I mean, theoretically, they're free now. So.
Man, they can technically warn Luffy and the rest of them about Pedro's power.
Well, one of the things, though, actually, I'm glad you brought that up as it pertains to Pedro's power, is the weakness, the natural weakness that it has as a candy, is the fact that when it's heated up, it melts. As we saw with Lord Sanji, when he did that back at the chateau. With that being said, couldn't Brook theoretically call upon, like, that otherworld hellfire to melt that shit? Is that what you were meaning, or no?
No, I'm saying, like, do you remember what he did during the Fishman Islands arc?
Yeah.
Like, where he'd pop out his soul, just travel around.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, I get that, but I was wondering, like, but I was saying, though, because he is holding his sword still, couldn't he theoretically channel hellfire through that? Or whatever they call that in this one?
Well...
Otherworld.
We don't know if the otherworld have hellfire yet. We assume it might, but...
We're not sure.
It depends on their interpretation of hell.
Okay.
In One Piece.
All right, well, fair enough. I can live with that. With that being said, let's move on to. We got to see another one of the Big Mom children. She was like the admiral, right, on the ship. I might be thinking of something else. We were introduced to a new Big Mom pirate.
Are you talking about the chick with the weird face and long neck?
No. Who? What? All right, back into it. So, I guess the next thing would be the let's see, what's the next part of the chapter?
Luffy versus
Katakuri. All right, so Katakuri is not a Logia type, right? He is. No. It's been confirmed that he's not. He's a
No, like legit. They say he's a Logia type. Nah,
they just confirmed. Dude, I just watched I just saw Roger Base's video where he just said that they confirmed that he's not a Logia. He's like a special. What's the
Is that he's a Paramecia?
He's like a special Paramecia. I'll send you the information later, but I think Oda's already confirmed that he's not a Logia type. But even still, all right, even still, how'd you feel about that confrontation, being that they literally have the same ability almost? It's just the variation of it, I should say.
Gum, mochi, same shit.
Goddamn. I don't swallow gum. You don't swallow gum though, sir.
Yeah, I do.
You know that shit sits in your fucking digestive tract for like 7 years.
It's actually not true. It's like it can come out the same. Like it doesn't sit in your stomach for 7 years. So it's okay to swallow gum, kids.
No, it's not.
It is.
As soon as the flavor is gone, you spit that shit out. Just like Big Mom does.
I just keep chewing.
Wow. I mean, I can see if it was helping the lining of your stomach. What the fuck, man? This is not fucking human anatomy, dude. Anyway,
but I thought that fight was pretty cool for what it was.
What it was? Who do you feel?
Why did I go this way?
I really thought we were getting Boba. I was like, oh, okay, we're getting Boba. That's cool.
That's cool.
Whatever. So like, shit, because
I didn't even realize because like we're just going down this way so many times.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
It's tradition. All right, so if you had to choose between whose power you would much rather have, whether Luffy's or Katakure's, who would you choose, or is it situational?
To be honest, I don't like people that much, so I don't want to stick to them. So I'm probably gonna have to say Luffy's.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, and I can still do a lot of cool things with Luffy's power.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
What's Kure? I guess I can feed bitches. Mochi.
Wow. All right, so we saw that. We also saw in this chapter that really it looked like the Sunny was gonna go down, the Thousand Sunny, because the way because of the was that candy net or whatever that was holding the ship, they were pretty much stuck. We also found out that fucking Sparrow's bounty is like what, 700 billion? How the fuck is your shit bigger than Sabo's? I mean, how is your bounty larger than Sabo's? That's bullshit.
What Sabo is that?
Sabo's is like 602, I think. They just confirmed that too. God damn, dude, you need to pay more fucking attention to what's going on, sir. Dude, man, all this shit has been confirmed in like the last week. God damn, you're in the loop. You're out of the loop. He's at like 6. He's like at 602, or he's at 652. What I mean is 652,000, or he's at 602,000. That's what his bounty is. Dude, there's like a fucking huge ass page on Reddit raging about why his bounty's so low. God damn it, dude! I gotta send you everything. All right.
I'm sorry, I was playing Overwatch.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Your Overwatch obsession with the Koreans and shit. They're the better players anyway, so who cares? Anyway, I'll take all the hate for that. I dare someone to deny me otherwise. Anyway, yeah, they're honestly the better players. Anyway, so we see the fishnet. We see that basically Pedro gives his final speech to Carrot. I like how Carrot's so nonchalant about it. Like she wasn't picking up what he was putting down. Kind of in like that perverted type of way where you were like, hey, Carrot, you want a carrot?
So yeah,
certain color.
Put it in my mouth.
You can't bite on them. That would have hurt. That would have hurt. Anyway, we see that basically Pedro first Pedro says that Luffy and his friends might very well be their saviors that's been prophesized. And then he's like, I'm gonna do what I got to do to sacrifice myself for Luffy and his friends, and hope that they liberate, that they're the saviors of their clan. And then next thing you know,
yeah. I think it was talking about like how they were the one that's gonna end up following like watchers and stuff like that.
No, that's not what he said. Your translation, you must have read a different translation one. But my translation didn't say that. Anyway.
So it could go either way.
Yeah. So, with that being said, Sparrow runs up on him being like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You thought you're gonna be good? You thought you're gonna be able to handle this? My candy cane rules all, son. Get ready to take a lick. Pedro's like, nah, I don't do that.
Actually,
I dodged.
Now that I think about it, good. Before I die, good pair of Sparrows coat all the dynamite in candy.
Oh my god, are we gonna do this dumb shit now? Say that shit for speculation discussions. I want to hear that bullshit. Because if you're going to say that shit, then you have to say that it's possible that Pedro lived.
Yeah.
And no, that defeats the point of him sacrificing himself. Someone needs to die in this arc. It should have been Judge, but...
I'm sorry. Pal Shop died when he took him that nuke. Did he die? No.
Hey, I don't want to hear this whole Curse of P bullshit that's floating around. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit, dog.
The ninja's fine. Like, you see him walking around?
Hey, man, that's the Curse of the P. I can't handle it. I can't do anything about that.
Fake leg. No. The motherfucker got 2 legs.
What do you want me to tell you? I don't... Okay, here's the thing. Luffy wants 10 members, right?
Yeah.
Of the Straw Hats. How many members do we have currently? We have 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if
Including Jinbei or without Jinbei?
including Jinbei, it makes 10. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jinbei doesn't die.
Now, that's why fucking Pedro has to die. Pedro dies. That kind of solidifies a major death that happened in this series. Because Bobbin isn't dead yet. And more importantly, he's not dead. And the way that the anime was fluffing, if you can already fluff them furry cakes up, fluffing up Carrot, it feels like they're trying to build her to be the next member of the Straw Hats, but then that means we lose Jinbei. Losing Jinbei for Carrot is not a good idea.
I mean, I think what Luffy meant when he says 10 members is at least have 10 members.
Dude, make her then she can just be one of the ambassadors in his armada from her particular country, and whatnot. Do that. But anyway,
She's gonna be his secretary.
Wow. She gonna take dictation. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, it makes it more meaningful if Pedro dies here, and he dies the way he dies. They bring him back on some bullshit. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. What else you want to talk about, man? What else are we missing in the chapter?
Yeah, Big Mom is
Still rampaging.
got out of the forest, unlike someone.
He who won't be named, who didn't show up Monday. Yeah, I know. Shouts out to Shinju.
So, I don't know, like, if Pedro saw Sanji flying out, or was that Luffy?
With putting in, I thought that was Luffy who saw that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Because parents were like, I forgot what you say. He's like, oh, they must have gone to make the chocolate island to make the cake.
Yeah.
So I guess he saw the flying carpet, and he didn't saw Sanji on there.
Maybe not.
Sanji is hiding somewhere under that big dress.
Wow. As for Paraspero, I can't remember who commented on it on how on why Paraspero's bounty is so high. I'm gonna save for speculation discussions. I'll touch on it a little bit more there. But I think being that he's the elder son, and you look at the concept of the Sweet Commanders. There's 4 originally. We're down to 3 now, but there's 4. I think it's more of like a hereditary title.
Well, it's down to 2 now.
Well, yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I think it's a hereditary title depending on the strongest of Big Mom's children at that particular time, and it's something that they just pass down to their brothers and sisters. So that would kind of make sense. Anything else that you want to touch on, man, before we go into speculations? All right, guys. So thanks for a lot of this rambling. Sorry, man. We're the fight for the channel is real, but we still hope we're gonna get it back. Shouts out to Heavenly Controller. He got his shit back. We are happy about that. Go over there, help our boy. He's almost at 100,000 mark for the deck. So go over there and check that out.
Almost at 100,000. You gotta get that silver plaque.
Yeah. Exactly.
From you scum. I mean YouTube.
Once we get our pound cake series up and running, then it'll be dope. Since I'm the only one doing it, because everybody else is playing fucking Overwatch. Or literally fucking in the woods. Anyway, see you guys for speculation discussions discussion of speculations coming up next.
I'm busy with school.
Holla at y'all later.
Engineering is a hard major.
Especially if you don't like math.
Yeah.
Which is
fuck math.
Wow. Holla at y'all later. Peace. Fuck you not gonna like math, bruh.
Like it doesn't mean that I can't do it. I'm not gonna enjoy it.
You complain about it a lot. I'm sure a lot of Big Mom husbands didn't enjoy that shit either.
Well, at 48,
No, she was expired. I don't want to hear that shit. She was expired. She was expired. Expired, sir. Like curdled milk.
No, I enjoy the shit out.
This is not fermented milk, sir.
Like she will go full anal.
See, that's why you're paying for boba.